freedom. Exodus 32. So what we left off in Exodus 31, there was a whole lot of stuff being done. Is all this stuff was being told to Moses up on the mountain with God. Joshua is near the mountain, but he's not on the mountain. He's waiting on Moses to come back down. And a lot of information is being given. Now, while all this stuff is being given, the people, because of the delay of Moses coming back down, they told Aaron to go ahead and make a calf of gold so they can worship it and say, this is the God who brought us out of Israel. And Aaron did it. He made the golden calf. He made an altar. They worshiped by it. The next day, they had a feast. I said the next day, they had a feast and they partied and they had a good time. Now, God is with Moses, telling him all these things, but he also is omniscient, so he sees all this other stuff going on at the same time. So a lot of times we think that just because a person is somewhere, they don't know something else is going on. You can have sight into other issues. Just because you're not there don't mean that you don't know things is happening. And with God, he knows everything at every given moment of lifetime and measurement. So they thinking that they getting away with something, doing what they want to do. They don't even understand that God is fully aware of what's going on. So God tells Moses, God tells Moses, I'm ready to consume them people with fire because they are corrupting this whole thing that I'm trying to do to get them out of bondage. They don't went right back into bondage because bondage is not only physical, but it's also mental. It's also the way you think. And even though they might be free in their body, they're still going right back into bondage in their brain, how they used to do stuff. And God is trying to free us in our brains, not just your body, but your brain, the way you act, the way you talk, the way you, the things you do, where you visit. He's trying to free us out of certain things. And they went right back into it. Why? Because there was a delay. A lot of times when we have a delay in our life, we end up doing other stuff because we can't wait for whatever we were supposed to be doing. But while there was a delay, God is still moving. He's doing things foundationally to get them ready for the next move. But because they didn't see it or feel it, they got a delay. They decided they're going to do their own thing. So here comes Moses telling God telling Moses what's going on. And Moses pleaded and tell him, please remember your covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And so God said, okay, I won't destroy them. But then Joshua and Moses, they getting going down. Joshua says, I hear a noise. I hear a noise. Now, if they could hear a noise, God was hearing noises too. They heard a noise. You know what the noise was? Partying. They were partying. And Moses got so mad, he breaks the tablets. And if you ever watch the movie Ten Commandments, they don't show you that. So don't watch movies that's biblical and think that's the word of God all the time, because you have to read the word of God to understand really what happened. There's another set of tablets that will be made later in Exodus 34. But he gets mad and he breaks the tablets. And then he breaks them, burns them. They go into dust, and they're put into the with water, and the people drink it. And I guess have you ever heard people say like, "Oh, I'm gonna wash your mouth off with soap and water"? That's kind of like that type of feeling. He made them eat the very sin that they did, and then he asked Aaron. Now this is what's funny to me. Moses asked Aaron, what did these people do to you to make you sin such a great sin? They didn't do anything to Aaron. They just asked him to do it. And he did it. And see, that's that I live for God, I die for God. That was that moment for him. Now, this is history to get us to present time with God. But you got to be very careful who you put in charge over stuff. Everybody can't do what you do. My mom says that about me all the time. Everybody not like you, Felicia, but everybody can't do what you do. And you got to understand that when you start putting people in positions. But his position was there for the reason of the fall of this situation, so we can get to where we are now. But just know we have to be careful who we put into places, because some people can't handle it. Some people can't handle the position that they're put in. And Aaron didn't do anything. I used to tell my son all the time, if something come up broken or messed up and someone did it, you better come home looking like you fought. You better not come home unbruised, unscathed, and talking about, oh, this is what happened. And what did you do? Look like you didn't do anything. You didn't fight. You didn't go tussle to tussle. And I think that's what Moses was saying. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You don't look like you did nothing. I mean, how did this happen? So, you want to have somebody on your side that's going to fight and be there for you and ride or die, going to be there. And Aaron wasn't there. He didn't have that leading that Moses had. That the people didn't respect Aaron like they respected Moses. So again, be careful who you put in leadership positions. That day, 3,000 men died because of this. They were slain. They was died, and you can read about that in Exodus verses 32, 27 through 29. And then Moses had to apply atonement before God, and he did take the atonement because Moses said, "If you kill them, kill me." Now that's ride or die. Kill them, kill me. That's when you got somebody really for you that says, if something happened to you, I'm right here for you. And if they take you out, they take me out. And he told them, I'm gonna take them out of the book. The book what? The Lamb Book of Life. You don't want your name out of that book. That's the book right there. That says you get to go to heaven. That's your member only. Let me see. Jesus, member only, and your name is there. That's important. That's the Lamb Book of Life you want to be in. That's the book that says God says He recognizes you're supposed to be in heaven. God plagued those people because of their sin also. And there's a saying, when the cat is away, the mouse will play. Well, you know what? Only party with God. If you don't party with the Lord. Because partying in sin does not lead to a good ending. And you want a good ending in your life. They live happily ever after. But always remember, these fairy tales that have happily ever after, they go through a lot of stuff before they get to, and they lived happily ever after. But go through your situations and do the right thing. And don't be bullied by other people because they don't want to stand up for right. Well, that's my time. Stay free.